Emily was in love, truly, deeply in love. She had met Jake at a friend's party. He had the most perfect smile she had ever seen. Jake was tall, quote, handsome and always dressed well. He knew how to talk, how to make a girl laugh, and how to look into her eyes like she was the only one in the world. Everyone said, mind your Emily. You were so lucky. She smiled and said, he amazing, but Emily didn't know the truth. Jake was a selfish lover. He only cared about one person, himself. At first things seemed fine. Jake texted her every day. He said all the right words. He gave her small gifts, but only when others were watching. Then, small things started to change when Emily got sick. Jake didn't visit. He said he was too busy on her birthday. He forgot to bring a gift. He said, sell me presents is your present. He always chose the restaurant, never asked what she liked. He loved to talk about himself, his job, his clothes, his gym. Emily ignored the signs. She thought, maybe he's just stressed. Maybe he will change. The love was one-sided. One day, Emily bought Jake a gift, a watch. She had saved money for months to buy it. Jake looked at the box and said, Mangun, I already have one. No smile, no thank you. Just those cold words. Emily's heart sank. She forced a smile and said, okay if you don't like it. Jake said, you should have asked me first. Don't waste money. That night, Emily cried, not because of the gift, but because of how Jake made her feel unimportant, small, but still she stayed. A friend, warning Emily's best friend, Sophia, had been watching silently. She didn't, like Jake, she didn't trust him one evening. Sophia sat with Emily and asked, Enbosno, why do you love someone who doesn't love you back? Emily looked shocked. Maester, what do you mean? Sophia said. Love is not about one person. It's about two people caring for each other. He only thinks about himself. Emily tried to defend him, but her voice was weak. She knew Sophia was right. She just didn't want to believe it. One weekend, Emily planned a surprise dinner for Jake. She cooked his favorite food, decorated the table, and wore a dress he liked. Jake arrived late. He looked around and said, why are you trying so hard? You don't need to do all this, Emily whispered. And Spirity just wanted to make you happy, Jake replied. And Pirwell, I'm tired, let's just order pizza. That was it. The moment her heart cracked into pieces, Emily sat in her room, staring at the cold food on the table. Her eyes were full of tears. But her mind was clear. For the first time, she thought about the past year. How many times had she waited for a reply? How many times had she smiled through the pain? How many times had she said, sorry when it wasn't her fault, she said to herself. For this is not love. This is control. This is one-way love. The next morning, Emily met Jake at a coffee shop. He walked in, wearing his usual charming smile. "The babe, what up?" Emily smiled gently. "I am done, Jake," he laughed. Done with what? Done with being invisible, done with loving someone who doesn't care. Jake looked confused. "You were serious?" Emily nodded. "Andreas, you only care about yourself. You never saw me, Jake." "Not really," Jake said. "Adventur, you will regret this." "No one will love you like I do." She looked him in the eye and said, "Orex, exactly. And I never want this kind of love again, after the breakup person." Emily felt both pain and peace. The pain came from the memories. The peace came from knowing she chose herself. Sophia hugged her one evening and said, "Blue, you're strong." Emily smiled. "Elms go not always, but now I'm learning to be." She started reading books, going on walks, meeting new people and smiling again, and this time it was a real smile. Months passed. Emily grew stronger. She still thought of Jake sometimes, but the pain was gone. She met someone new. His name was Daniel. He wasn't as flashy as Jake, but he was kind. He listened. He asked her about her day. He noticed. When she was sad, he laughed at her jokes one day. He said, "Arms for you, amazing Emily." She smiled. "Arms for thank you.